Alright, I'm going to talk about the road that I've been following over the past 2 years, specifically about spots that have deeply helped. The segment is unscripted, and not all the time on these cards legally for the sake of timing, but it'll make a good dent. Let's go. Doctors. Who likes doctors? Hardly anyone. But, you go to the right doctor, that really helps you out. I mean, I was in an inpatient unit for like 17 days at one point, and the doctors, wow, they were really, really great. I mean, they knew how to talk to me, all kinds of that helped me, and that was cool. Therapist. I recently got a therapist she's great. She understands me. She can accurately describe my dad after one session. So this is that. Psychiatrist. Well, after getting out of the hospital, I had this great psychiatrist who I got from the the outpatient program, and unfortunately, the practice was kind of like a screw me kind of thing. But he understood me. He was in the comic books just like I was, and we had great conversations. But unfortunately, left for a reason I'm not sure. But what can you do? He got another job elsewhere. Outpatient, like I said, I was in the outpatient unit for 6 weeks at a time. It was a really good program. I mean, I made a lot of good friends there. People who I'll be in touch with the rest of my life. It's just really cool. I mean, granted, it was a little annoying because we literally did the same thing every week. It was literally on a syllabus saying, okay, this day we're going to do that, Monday through Friday. It was a whole schedule, and it never changed. It was a little boring at times, but still was good. Peers. Let's face it, when you're in a group with someone who understands you, that's great. I've been attending a peer-to-peer group recently, and it's been great. I mean, we all understand each other. We can talk about anything, and it just makes sense. Graduate. Well, as I've told you, I graduated college. Now that has been a really big ego boost. I mean, let's face it. People have always said, "Oh, you're never going to make it anywhere," and look where I did. I graduated college. Proves everyone who doubted me wrong. Like I said, the mental health groups, they've been really great. I mean, I've been to art therapy, peer to peer, guided meditation. Really, really, really good stuff. Just look into it if you're into that kind of thing. I really say it's going to really help. Art therapy, like I said, it's really great. I mean, when I was inpatient, we had the art therapist came like 3 or 4 times a week, and she brought like coloring stuff, word searches, all kinds of stuff. And let me tell you, I thought that the coloring was absolutely stupid. Why would an adult want to color? But now, all these months later, I realize, you know what? It's therapeutic. It really is. It's calming. It's really, really good. Like especially adult coloring books when you get them, it's like, damn, that's intricate. And you're like, you say, damn, how could someone do that? And you realize kids can't do it. It's only for adults. Group therapy I want to discuss, but it's always really, really good to have someone who understands. I mean, the group I go to, everyone's got a mental, well, we don't call it illness. We call it a mental challenge, which I think is a hell of a lot better. Saying mentally ill, that's just like something wrong with you. Mentally challenged, look at that. It's not as insulting. Guided meditation I already talked about, but the guided meditation group I go to like every few weeks, the one who does it, she's brilliant. What she does, she takes us on a journey. And she says, okay, imagine it's like a little vacation in your mind. It's really, really cool. Major fight. Okay, so what brought me to a really bad stage was I got into a major fight with my dad. I really don't remember all the details. I don't want to, but it really, really, really was what started me on my path to recovery. Breakdown. Like I said, I told you I'm having a breakdown. I just couldn't do it anymore. I just wanted to die. I felt like I was alone and no one wanted to be with me. So I just didn't want to go, and I just totally lost it. So hospital, prison. That was absolutely awful. When I was sent in Texas to a hospital prison, just right on my birthday. Absolutely awful. I mean, just That's a really great birthday, being in a hospital where the whole room was just a bunch of guys with armchairs, one TV in the middle of the room that no one wanted, that no one could claim. It was just, and they denied me medications, which almost killed me. I mean, it's ridiculous. And then at one point they shot me up, and I was out for 3 days. So I guess it was bad I was out for 3 days rather than suffering in that prison. Next is my moment of clarity. Like I said, when I did the breakdown, I realized, you know what, this isn't right. I'm screwed up. I need help, and I just realized I needed the help, and that was what was important. I mean, a lot of people, drug addicts or alcoholism, they have a moment of clarity too, and they realize, oh shit, what am I doing in my life? This is awful. So I had mine. Hospital I've already been to, but it's if you really, really need it, it's fine. But when I was brought to the hospital in Westchester, New York, I didn't get forced in. Like I said, I had my moment of clarity. I realized I needed to go there. And that was what I did. And the hospital was great. They really were. I mean, granted, it's horrible to be in a hospital, but to find a place where it can really help you, that's what counts. Sessions, that's when I have my therapist and psychiatrist sessions. That's really helpful. I mean, my therapist, she's really great. I mean, she's great. What can I say? Nursing students. Okay, this was by far the best thing that happened my first time in the hospital in 2014. Jessica, she was a nursing student, and she was really hot, and she liked me, and she talked to me every time she came. It was like 3 or 4 times a week, and she didn't want to talk to anyone else but me. That was a really really good thing. It made me feel really good compared to the situation I was in at the time. Next is rounds. I mean, just kind of weird that people are monitoring you, but it's not that bad. Next, we got roommate. I had a roommate at Westchester Medical Center who was really in a really bad place. I felt so bad for him. He was a good guy, but he was just full of anger because his life was shitty. He had no home, he had nothing. All he had was the same clothes that I had every day. He had nothing else. So he was really stinky, but he was a good guy. He made this bracelet for me, which is all I've left of him. But he was a really good friend for 17 days. Just I tried to help him as best I could, and I think I made a good dent in helping him. So these was that. And finally, lockdown. Well, if you're in a hospital unit, lockdown isn't always so bad if you really, really need it. I mean, just if you don't want to get out, that's not good. But if you're somebody like me, you wanted to stay. You really need to stay. Get your medications under control. Get your emotions under control. All that stuff. Wow, looks like I got through every card today. Well, hope you have learned ways to go through my pet recovery. And I may hope to hold on to these cards next episode, so keep an eye out.